Hey guys, my name is Akhil and welcome to btech Career Guide. So in this video, let us see some decent Accenture coding round questions. So today, most of our candidates have written the Accenture coding round test, and from among that, I have seen one of the candidates have approached me and I have helped him. So let's go. Let's see the type of questions they have asked and what's the level of. So when we compare the questions, so how we feel the level of competition is. So basically, the entire Accenture test is split into two sections. First section is MCQs, okay, and the second section is coding round. Hope you are able to see now, or else I let me extra. Okay, so for MCQs, they are given pseudocode. Don't worry about the spellings. I am very bad at spellings. Pseudocode, and we need to find the what you call. We need to find the output of that, and then few questions related to networking. Okay, so these are the things they have asked in the MCQs round, and in the coding questions they have asked two questions which are of easy level, mostly as far I concern. Okay, I need to grab this. Okay, now this. Yeah, so networking and where we am. Okay, let me change the spelling. So coding round questions, two programming questions, and both are of easy level. Okay, some around 7 to 10 lines of code, as simple as that. Okay, so this is a pattern of the test, and what we have seen we will be looking at the Accenture coding round question. So I won't deal with the MCQs because it depends. And I know I wanted to tell you this, in case if you qualify the MCQs round only, you'll be proceeding to the coding round. Okay, that's the check. And as you know, better credit guide always help you to clear all the rounds, as we did for the candidate also. We have cleared the MCQs test, and then we went into the coding round test, which the user, which the customer, sorry, which our member also has all the coding round question with our assistance. Okay, so let's see the question as well as the let's write decent code today. Here you go. The first question: Alice magical shoes. Alice has a pair of magical shoes that allow her to climb three stairs at once. Climbs three stairs at once. So just remember the terms. Okay. In the city, there are n houses whose roof Alice wants to reach. I'm unable to pronounce the word, but okay, let it be. To reach the number of stairs to be roof of each house is given in array A. Okay, the number of stairs to the roof of each house is given in array A. Alice can reach the roof of only those houses where the number of stairs is multiple of 3, where the multiple of 3, so that's we need to find. So here you have two things. One is she can climb around 3 steps, and then she can climb only the multiple of 3 stairs. Okay, just remember that logic. Your task is to find and return the integer value representing the count of number of houses whose roof Alice can climb up to. Very simple program. Just iterate over the array, check the multiple of 3, count it, print the result. Simple, no? As simple as that. Basic program they have given. I think we can PUC student one can solve this question. Okay, so return an integer value represent the count of number of houses whose roof Alice can climb. Here you go. So let us see the first test case. 4, 12, 21, 3, 4. They have given. So let us see. Here the given array is 12, 21, 3, 4. There is only one house. Fourth. The fourth, whose roof Alice can't go up as it is not a multiple of 3. Therefore, 3 is written as an output. Okay, so they have given 4 inputs. For that, we have the values of 12, 21, 3, 4. In the first image, when you look at, it says that where the number of stairs is multiple of 3. Okay, so once you look at this array, 12, 21, 3 are the multiples of 3, but not the 4. So that's why output is 3. Okay, hope you are able to understand what I'm telling. And here you go. The number of inputs are 5, and then we have the total 5 inputs which are of 1. So when we look at this 3 divisible by 1, no, then there is no multiple of 3 here in the array given. So that's why the result is 0. Okay, so let's see the default code. Default user main code of object. I think I need to pause for a few seconds. Super much song is playing in the auto for audience. Okay, so here you go. Class user main code of object, and then def magical shoes of class input 1 and input 2. And here you go. You need to write the logic there. So let us see. Let us write some decent code there. Okay, let me go and open my online GCC compiler. This compiler I'm using from my engineering first year, one of the best one. Okay, so class user main code There is nothing which I'm doing. It's just the um, default template that the coding session will be given. User main code at the rate class method def magic shoes. Okay, at the rate class method, and then def magic shoes shoes of class comma input 1 comma input 2. So you know my style of coding, right? So what I do when I declare the function definition, I directly go to the inputs. Okay, let's try the logic later. Let's see the inputs. So input 1 is equal to, for the first test case we have see the input 1 is equal to 4. Excuse me. And then input 2 we have the values of 12, 21, 3 comma 4. Okay, so these are the values in the array, and the number of elements are 4. Now what we need to do, we need to pass the values to the function. So as this is the class object, so class and methods are being provided. To access the methods in the class, we need to use a dot notation. Okay, so let us write print of, let us print the value also. So user main code dot, so we are accessing the class, as well as we need to call the magic shoes, which is a function in the array, and then we need to pass the inputs. Okay, cls I'll be declaring it as 1, basically it should be true value. Okay, and then input 1 I'll be passing it here, and then input 2 I'll be passing it here. So once we have the values here, what we need to do, we need to iterate over the array, we need to find the count. Okay, let us declare the count variable, count is equal to 0, and then for I in input 2, for every letter in input 2, like 12, 21, 3, 4, what we need to do, we need to check it is the whether the element is a multiple of 3. How we can check whether the element is multiple of 3? Only by using the division operator. Okay, in case if the value is divisible by 3, then we can say that the value is a multiple of a certain number, which means the remainder should be 0. Okay, let's see, if I percentile by 3 double equal to 0, which means that Alice can jump the roof, then we need to increment the count. Count is equal to count plus 1, and at last what we need to do, we need to return count. Okay, so let us run this program and see what do we get the output. Okay, please back, 4 were given. Okay, sorry, 3, we got the result as 3. That was the expected behavior, right? And then let us give the another input. We have 5, and then we have the values called 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 1 1. So 5 ones, as in the test case we have seen. Let us run this program also. We need to get the answer as 3 0. Okay, this is the entire program, very simple program, basic program, anybody can solve. Nothing we have did, we have taken an array, we have iterated over the array to find whether the each element is a multiple of 3 or not. As simple as that. Okay, so let us see, once the user have written, let us see the test cases pass. Okay, then you will be able to understand. Okay, so here you go, we are passed with the basic test cases and the necessary test cases, corner test cases, which means edge cases, as well as time complexity has been passed. So these are the checks. Okay, that we need to see. We have did that. Okay, and then let me open the another picture, which means another program. Here you go, arm value. You are given an array of n positive numbers. The array has an arm value associated with it, which you can find using the following method. If the sum of all the odd numbers of an array is odd, see, if the sum of all odd numbers of an array is odd, then the arm value is sum of all even numbers minus sum of all odd numbers. Just understand, in an array, if sum of all the odd numbers is odd, then then the arm value is the sum of even numbers minus sum of odd numbers, and here the difference is absolute different. ABS of absolute is a function in the Python language. Okay, if we use that function, it will be connecting all the negative numbers to the positive numbers. Okay, and here you go, if the sum of all the odd numbers of an array is even, if the sum of all the odd numbers of in an array is even, then the arm value is the sum of all even numbers plus sum of all numbers. Okay, here we are doing sum, which means there is no requirement of absolute value. And in the above you have seen, if it is an odd number, sum of all the elements, sum of all odd numbers is odd elements, what we need to do, we need to minus the sum of even numbers minus sum of odd numbers, which sometimes results to the negative number. But what we need to do, we need to convert it to the positive number using the absolute. Here you go, And okay, let me open the test cases. Here you see 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have output 3. So let us see why why we got the output 3. So what are the output number odd numbers in this array? 1, 3, and 5. When we sum up, we'll be getting result as 9, which is an odd number. Okay, so from this picture, if the if the sum of odd numbers is odd, 9 is an odd number. What we need to do, we need to find the sum of even numbers minus sum of odd numbers. What is the sum of even numbers? 2 and 4, which is 6. 6 minus sum of odd numbers, which is 9. 6 minus 9 results to the minus 3. But what we need to do, we need to, here the difference is the absolute different. ABS of minus 3, which results to the 3 answer. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, let us see the another test case. 3, 0, 1, 1, 1. Here you go, we have all the values. 11 and 1 is an odd number, 0 is an even number. Okay, in case if we sum of all the odd numbers, we'll be resulting a positive number. Okay, we got the positive number. What we need to do if we get the positive number? If sum of all numbers of an array is even number, then the arm value of the sum of even numbers plus sum of odd numbers. Okay, here in this test case, in this array, we have even numbers as 0 only. 0 plus any number, same number. We have 0 plus 12, which results to the result 12. Okay, very simple program, guys, very simple program. And here you go with the same default code, class username of code, object def arm values, class input 1, input 2. So let us write code for this also. Let me open another tab. Okay, so class user main code of object. Okay, let me zoom in for your sake. And then we have whether it class name, class method, sorry, and then def arm value, value of cls comma, and then we have input 1, put 1 comma, input 2. Now what I will be doing, basically I'll be getting the inputs. Let's go and get the inputs. Input 1 is equal to, what are the input 1 in the in the figure? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5, and then input 2 is equal to array of 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. We have the inputs. What we need to do, we need to pass the inputs to the main function. So print, and let's print the result as simultaneously. Prints user main code dot arm values of, we need to pass the input 1 comma input 2. Now we have taken the inputs, we have passed to the function. This function, what we will be doing, it will be going to the definition, passing the parameters values, and then we need to use these values to write the logic. Okay, so now let us see. Let us take a two variables called odd sum and even sum. Odd sum is equal to 0, and then even sum, when sum equal to 0. What we need to do, we need to iterate over the array to find the odd numbers, and in case if we find the odd number, we need to sum up. Okay, let us see. For I in arr, if, so how do you check a number is an even or odd number? Basically, a number which is divisible by 2 is called as even number, and if the number is not divisible by 2, it is called as odd number, which indirectly refers to the remainder. If the remainder is equal to 0, that numbers we call it as even number when it is divisible by 2. If the number gives the remainder as 1, we'll be treating those numbers as odd numbers when it is divisible by 2. Very simple logic. Hope you understand. Okay. Now what we need to do, we are iterating over the array. We are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we need to check this value whether this value is an even or not. So for that, I will be checking if I percentile to double equal to 0. If I is percentile to double equal to 0, if it is an even sum, I will be adding to the even sum plus equal to I. Okay. I will be adding all the sum of even numbers. Else, what we need to do? Else, if it is an even, I'm adding to the even sum. Or else, what is another case? Odd numbers, right? So I will be adding plus equal to 1. Sorry, it should be I. Okay, we have got the sum of different terms. Okay, and then here you go with the image. So for the summation, we have find all the sum of even numbers and sum of odd numbers. But what they are asking is, if the sum of all odd numbers of an array is odd, which means we have find the sum of odd numbers. If the sum of odd numbers is odd, what we need to do, we need to find the absolute difference. For that logic we need to write now. Okay, we came out of the for loop. Now we'll check if odd sum, odd sum percentile by 2 double equal to 0. If it is double equal to 0, which means that the number is an even number, then what we'll be doing, we'll be returning, here you go, with the second case. If the sum of all number is of an sorry, if the sum of all odd numbers of an array is even, so if we get the value as even, we'll be finding sum of even numbers plus sum of odd numbers. Okay, which means we need to return whole sum plus even sum. Else what we need to do, we need to find the, okay, sorry, I'm using semicolon. Okay, else we need to find the absolute difference of sum of even numbers minus sum of odd numbers. Okay, return abs of even sum plus odd sum. Okay, awesome. Let me run. Wow, we got an error which says that there is a no array. For my god's sake, damn, I always do this mistake. There is, we need to take it from the input 2, and then input 1 is negligible. We don't care about the number of length because we are tracing over the array. Hope you understand. And when I click on run, here you go with the answer as 15. But why do, is it correct output? No, we need to get the result as 3. But why did we get 15? So let us trace the program. What the mistake we have done? Okay, here you see in return, it should be the absolute difference of sum of even numbers plus odd numbers. What did I do by mistake? I have used the plus symbol. Okay, so let us remove this plus and keep minus and click on run. Here you go with the result 3. Hooray! So that's how, when you, there is no nothing wrong in doing mistakes when you do programming, but don't get demotivated. Just trace the program again. You'll be finding small traces of the issue that we have committed. Now you see, I know the code, I know the logic. What is it? When I directly look at the code, I would find that there is a, there should be a minus in place of plus. Okay, this is how you need to do. Okay, so let me take another test case. They have input, input 1 is 3, I guess. Let us see the image. Yeah, 30111. Okay, 0 comma 11 comma 1. When we click on run, so 312, that is the expected output. Okay, when we go and look the test cases, here you go, we have passed all the test cases. As simple as that, guys. So these are the basic questions that were asked in the Accenture coding round questions, and that's it. Those who have written the test, for the Accenture today, I really wish all the best for the further rounds. Hope you get the interview call from them. And before that, don't forget to subscribe our channel btech Credit Guide for latest job posting. And also I need to tell that we have got, I think it's almost 1.6k views for the Infosys coding round. Oh yeah, man. So there are so many people who are waiting for the chances to get. Okay, don't worry, we are always with you. Do share our channel with your friends, colleagues, family members, anyone. In case if they're in case if they need any assistance, just do ping us on our Instagram, Telegram, LinkedIn, and you can join in our WhatsApp channel. Okay, all the best, guys. Bye bye.